Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be a tag video, and this is the ride or die tag. Jaclyn Hill came out with a video about 5 days ago, I think, depending on when this goes up. But yeah, she came out with a video that is all about her products that are ride or die, things that she cannot live without. Talking about things from every category, meaning foundation, brows, palettes, everything. So I thought that I would do this tag because I usually don't do tags, but I have been thinking about maybe doing challenges and tags more often because I think that you guys might like that a little bit more, just to get to know me a little bit more as well. So I'm going to do this tag today. I'm really excited about it. If you want to see what my ride or die products are, just keep on watching. So we're going to start with primer first, obviously, because that's the first thing you put on your face besides like moisturizer and everything like that. So my ride or die I cannot live without is a green perfecting primer, and I have two, but they're very, very similar and they are kind of dupes of each other, so I kind of interchange them depending on how much I have. The first one is a Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer, and it's a correcting base, and it's green. I love this. It's not silicone based, it's more moisturizing and more of like a moisturizer base, so it's a little bit more thick. That's why I like this one. And it's dupe, and the one that I kind of interchange with it is, this is the Master Prime from Maybelline, and this is the redness control. So these two guys, it has to be something that's going to control the redness of my skin, but these two guys are my ride or die. I have to have at least one of these before I put on my makeup, or I'm just going to be so red underneath. So yeah, these are definitely my go-to. The next thing is foundation. Something that I travel with, something that I always have in my bag and cannot live without because it is for oily skin, and it does have sunscreen in it all day wear, and it has a soft matte finish, which I absolutely love. And this one is the makeup stick from Lancome. It looks like this. I am in love with this. I can do a couple swipes on my face and it just covers everything. I don't have to worry about it. It sets all day. It does not move. It is fantastic. If you have combination to oily skin, this product is a must-have. A lot of people talk about the double wear from Estee Lauder. That is a little bit too thick for me. This one is just a little bit more of a full coverage, but it's a lightweight and it blends out gorgeously. So this is definitely mine. I love this foundation. So this is definitely my ride or die. So going along with, you know, how you put your makeup on, we'll just kind of keep going in that order. The next thing that I want to talk about is concealers. I've got a lot of concealers. I've used a lot of concealers. I've done a lot of reviews on concealers. But my ride or die, things that have to be in my bag without fail, because of the fact that one is more brightening and one has a lot more coverage. I like to use this as my eye primer as well, and I am talking about the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, as well as the Fit Me Concealer from Maybelline. I use these together as well as separately, but I really like them and they are interchangeable for me. I feel like the formula is very similar, and I know that people say that this one is like the NARS Radiant Concealer, and I feel like this one is more like the Naked Skin Concealer. I absolutely love these guys to death. Obviously, because they are almost gone, and I've gone through these and repurchased them so many times, I can't live without these guys, and they are always in my makeup bag. The things that I use to set my face, I'm very particular about what I use. I feel like because I am oily to combination skin, it makes a huge difference about what I use, because I really do need to make sure that the face powder is going to set my foundation, that it's not going to move throughout the day, and it's going to be on point. So the powder I like to use on my face is actually the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Foundation Powder. This one has, I think I've hit pan. Yeah, I did hit pan on it. I love this thing. It is amazing. It sets every foundation I have, and it just stays all day. It doesn't give me any kind of cakiness to it. It's really nice and light. I love this thing with a nice big powder brush. It just works really well, and by far, whenever I'm reaching for a powder and I really need to know that it's going to last, this is what I pick up. When it comes to my under eye, it's a little bit different. I like to use a loose translucent powder, or I like to bake underneath my eye and kind of set it. What I like to use and what I have been using for years is my Makeup Forever HD high definition powder, and it looks like this, and it comes in a little white container. This is more of a travel size. I love this stuff. I've used it for years, and I've been using it since the very beginning of my channel. I was turned on to this by a friend of mine who took me to a road show and just kind of opened my eyes to Makeup Forever, and this guy has never failed me. It doesn't do any flashback during photography or anything like that, so I am absolutely in love, and it has been my ride or die. So since we're doing the face still and we're talking about face products right now, so my favorite contour powder, other than my contour kits, which you guys know I love my NYX contour kit, my Kat Von D contour kit. Before the kits ever came out, this is years ago, you know, back in 2011, 2012, before the kits were really popular and everybody was trying to get their hands on them, there was this powder. This is the Tarte powder, Amazonian clay pressed mineral powder, and I have mine in tan. I love this. This is my color, but about 3 shades darker, and I use this as contour before the kits ever came out. Obviously, I've loved it to death. It is my ride or die. I know how it's going to perform every single time, and I know it's going to complement my skin tone no matter how light or how dark I get during the summertime, or if I have fake tan on. This will always work for me. I love it, and this is something that I have repurchased over and over and over again and always hit pan. So this is my contour if I don't have my contour kit. Okay, so now we're getting into the fun stuff. My ride or die blush, I think, is probably going to be a lot of people's ride or die blush because it looks good on everyone. It doesn't matter if you're purple, green, blue, or teal. I mean, it does not matter. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's going to look beautiful on everyone, and I can't get enough of it. I've repurchased this about 6 times, and I can't say enough good things about the color, about the quality, about the texture. Everything about it is just absolutely gorgeous, and what I'm talking about, of course, is Luminoso. Milani's Luminoso is by far my favorite blush of all time. If I didn't have this, if I didn't have any of my blushes ever again, I would want this one. This one, because it looks good with every makeup look. It looks good on everybody ever. Doesn't matter if you're 9 or 900. This is going to look good on you, and by far my favorite of all time. And that comes to highlighters. There are so many highlighters out there. You guys have probably already seen my anti-haul highlighter edition. If not, I will link it down below. There are so many out there that I can talk about. There's so many that are absolutely gorgeous. There's things out there that I could not live without. But with that being said, my ride or die that I could not live without, and I wouldn't want to live without, but if I was given one highlighter for the rest of my life, this would be the one, is MAC Soft and Gentle. This has by far gotten the most buzz on YouTube and everyday life than any other highlighter I think I've ever seen, other than like Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop. This is the original. This is the go-to. This is a skin finish that just made highlighters. This is kind of like paving the way for all other highlighters. Soft and Gentle was the shit back in the day, and it is still amazing. So this guy, I could not live without. So now that we're done with face, let's talk about brows. Jaclyn Hill didn't talk about brows in hers, but I definitely wanted to add brows to mine because I thought it was important. There are so many different things out there right now, brow wise, and the market is just completely full of brow products. I mean, you've got Benefit, who is the originator of everything brow. There is ABH is a very close second, and for me, my favorite brow products are brow pencils. I don't really like powders or pomades that much unless I'm looking for a very bold brow, but for me, something easy, something that I can just kind of use and go, there would, you know, obviously be the Brow Wiz and the micro pencil and things like that. What I like is actually the NYX Eye and Brow Pencil in taupe, and this is SPE 915. I have been using this pencil for years. I love this. I like the color. I feel like it's perfect for my particular hair and skin color. It just works really, really well for me, and it's never failed me. So I always pull these guys just because I know they're going to work every single time. So this guy is definitely my ride or die. To set the brows, my favorite by far of all time is my L'Oreal Stylist Brow Plumper. You guys know I am in love with this. I've used this and repurchased and these kinds of things come and go, but I feel like the clear brow gel does a little bit. This guy has a little bit more of a tint and some fibers in it that make my brows nice and full. It's just amazing. I have loved this to death and have repurchased it several times, and yeah, so this guy is definitely my ride or die. I could not live without him. So let's talk about eyeliner and mascara for a second. My favorite by far ride or die mascara, because of the wand and the way that it's just glides on, it doesn't get clumpy, it really gets in the inner and outer corners. I just love this mascara, even. And I know it is $32, it's extremely expensive, but I absolutely love it. This is the Grandiose from Lancome. It looks like this guy. They just came out with an extreme black one. That one is really good. I don't like the brush on it as much as I like the brush on this guy. This guy is phenomenal. I will always repurchase this guy. Even though he is expensive, he's beautiful and I love him. So everybody talks about the L'Oreal Black is Black eyeliner in the little gel pot. I actually enjoy liquid eyeliner a little bit more. I think that it works really well. By far my favorite is the original e.l.f. I have bought more since e.l.f. has kind of revamped their entire line, but this guy is my favorite. I love this. I feel like the brush just works really well for me. I don't ever have an issue, and I feel like the liquid eyeliner pens tend to dry out really fast. This guy is in its little pot and he works so well for me, and I think it's like $1 or $2. I mean, for e.l.f. and being only $1 or $2, the pigmentation is fantastic and dries matte. He is my ride or die. I cannot live without him. So my favorite palette, my ride or die palette that I have to travel with, that I have to have in my bag, that I have to know is with me at all times. Oh, this is going to be a good one. My favorite, I had to really sit down and really think about this. I really had to sit down and analyze and agonize over this decision, because it's a big decision. I mean, it really is. But my favorite of all time, because you guys know I love my mattes and you know that I love this palette, is my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette. I am in love with this palette. It's gorgeous. It's all matte colors. It's got quads of all these different colors that you can pick from. It's got cool tones. It's got warm tones. It's got neutral tones. It's got everything you could ever need. And not only can you use it in the quad, but you can actually mix and match. This is what I have on my eyes today. I absolutely cannot live without this palette. It is beautiful. It is amazing, and it stands alone all by itself. You do not need to introduce any other colors into this. I feel like it just stands alone all by itself. It is a fantastic palette. I absolutely am in love, and I can always get so much use out of it. So this is definitely my ride or die for sure. And I love the fact that it comes with a gigantic mirror. A lot of palettes don't, and this just, you know, is an all-around amazing palette. Let's go ahead and move on to lips. So my favorite lipstick of all time are mostly nudes. Brown nudes, pink nudes, any kind of nudes really complement every eye makeup look, and it's just something that I gravitate towards more than other colors. My favorite of all time are actually two drugstore lipstick brands. The first one, I just threw on the floor. The first one is a oldie but goodie and has been talked about numerous times, being a dupe for Velvet Teddy. And I don't think it is a dupe for Velvet Teddy. I think it is a dupe for Kinda Sexy from MAC. And what I'm talking about is Bare It All. I love this lipstick. This is something I know is always going to look good on me. I know that it's always going to be there, and I know that it is always going to be flattering. So this color by far is my favorite nude of probably of all time. I mean, and for the fact that it's only like $2, you can't beat it, and it's everywhere, and it's very accessible to everyone, but this is definitely my ride or die. And the only other one that I would interchange with that is my e.l.f. matte lip color in Tea Rose. This color is fantastic. I love the sleek packaging. It's got a gorgeous like purple undertone to it, and I know it's going to look flattering on my skin tone and just give me as much color as possible, because it is very much like my lips but better situation, and I just am in love with this color. I have repurchased this several times and I have backups already. So let's talk about liquid lipsticks. I have a lot of favorites liquid lipsticks, and it's what I'm wearing today. And I like my liquid lipsticks to dry down. I want them to be the Sahara Desert. I don't want them to move. I want to not worry about it at all. Once it's on, it's on. I don't have to worry about it. I can drink and eat what I want. I can kiss on my boyfriend. I can do whatever I want to do. And what I'm talking about are the colors that I'm wearing today. I actually have mixed together. I am talking about Trap from ColourPop. Trap is a beautiful cashmere color that is very similar to cashmere from like Lime Crime. It just has that gorgeous like gray purpley undertone and just suits everyone. It's absolutely beautiful, and as you can tell, it's all worn around here. The ColourPop logo has been worn off. I love this color, and I definitely have repurchased time and time again, but I mix another one that I absolutely love, and this one is Midi. Again, I have worn off the ColourPop logo, and these two together make me so happy. So what I like to do is put Trap all over and then take Midi and just kind of dab it right in the middle of my lips to give it more of an ombre effect. It's absolutely beautiful, and I could not live without these guys. These ones are my ride or die. I love the colors. I love the way they look, and I know that they're going to perform every time. My favorite lip gloss is something that is a little bit higher end. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, it's got amazing pigmentation, and is super popular on YouTube. And what I'm talking about is Chelsea Girls from NARS. This color is beautiful by itself. It's beautiful on top of liquid lipstick, on top of regular lipstick. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love this color. It's a beautiful nude, and I could not live without it. And setting, let's talk about some setting sprays. My Ride or Die setting spray is a little bit different from some people's. I know the Chill Makeup setting spray is fantastic. I do have it. I love it. But I usually gravitate towards something that's going to make me matte so that I do not go oily and break up during the afternoon or the evening time. And things that I know are going to work for me and I rely on because I know that it's going to perform is the NYX Matte Finish long-lasting setting spray, and it looks like this. This guy is fantastic. He mattes my whole face. He makes sure that the T-zone is under control, that I can control the shine with a highlighter and then put a little bit of this on, and it just gives me that beautiful glow. I used it today with my Soft and Gentle. You can still see my highlight, but it's not overly done. It's just a little bit here, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, on the cheek, where it's supposed to be, and everything else is nice and matte. This stuff is underrated. People don't talk about it very often, but this is my favorite setting spray for sure. I hope you guys like this tag video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see a certain tag video, please leave it in the comments below for me. I would be happy to do it. I have a few requests for the highlighter challenge. If you do want to see that tag video or that challenge video, please let me know. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. I do have all the links again down below for you. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for hanging out with me and finding out what my Ride or Die products are. I want to know what yours are, and I tag you. So link me in the comments below if you guys make a video. I would love to see it, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.